In this tutorial, we're going to learn about syncing between multiple devices. Hammer is multi-platform after all, so you might start the day on your laptop, pick it up on your phone while you're riding the bus, and then finish the day on your tablet in bed. And using a sync server, you can easily sync between all of them without fear of losing any data. First, to set expectations, because this isn't Google Docs, Hammer is offline first. Syncing isn't real time. It happens when you open or close the app or on demand. So the rule is sync before you go offline and sync when you come back. Hammer can do it automatically, but it's good for you to understand how it works. You need a server in order to sync. The server is open source, just like the rest of Hammer, and so you can run your own, but be warned, it's a somewhat technical process, and if you haven't ever set up a server before, it might not be for you. We do host a official sync server that you can use, which requires a small donation on our Patreon. Subscribing at the $3 tier or above gets you access to the official sync server. To set one up, you go into your settings screen and go down to the sync portion and hit set up. We do have a help dialog here that should explain how things work, and if you do want to use the official sync server, it gives you a link to our Patreon and the actual server here. For this example, I'm actually going to use a development server that's just running locally on my box here. Now, if this was your first time, you'd click the create button, and as long as you're on the white list for the server you selected, it'll create you an account and log you in. I'm just going to log in as I already have an account here. Now, this option, if you already have written content, you definitely want to hit no here. But if you're connecting to a server and you don't care about what you have locally and you want to replace your local data with whatever the server has, then you will click yes here. Be warned, this will delete all data you have locally in your Hammer project directory. I'm going to hit no, and it's all set up. Importantly, here you can select auto sync. This is the default. This means every time you open and close the app, it will sync. You might want to disable this if you're having problems, but normally you'll want this on. So as soon as a sync completes, the dialog just goes away. And this option will create a backup of your project before a sync happens. Our sync protocol is pretty robust at this point, but during development, this was important so that when syncing problems happened, we could always go back to an older version. Now at the top here, you'll see a new button. This will allow you to sync to the server. So I'll click it and it will all zoom across. You can also, if I go back and disable auto close on success and I sync again, I can click this log and I can see everything that happened. If there's an error, you'll see it in here and you can change which project you're looking at. If something did happen and you needed to revert, you can go to backups, manage backups, and you can say restore. Be warned that this will completely erase whatever your local copy of the project is, and it will replace it with this backup. That's it for now.